Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Decryption, and today, as a few of you have requested, you want to see my progress on the latest game jam I'm working on. So I'm doing the GameDevTV Game Jam 2021, and the theme is All That Glistens Is Not Gold. Most of them come with themes. So this is an interesting theme. Some of them are basic themes like pirates, space, submarine or whatever. This is all that glistens is not gold, and that's all you have to work with. There's a bunch of rules and stuff that I've already read. You can use any game engine you want. I'm using Unity. Unfortunately, so this game jam is 14 days, and unfortunately I've got 5 days left. I've been working on it since day 14, and I completely forgot to record any of this. So this is going to be a catch-up / show you what I've done. So, as you can see, we're in Unity. I'm going to start the game. I've got a title and a main game. The title is just a quick intro scheme I did to introduce anybody to playing it. All That Glistens Is Not Gold by GameDevTV. And in a minute, by Dan Decryption Brooks. I like that spot sound. Then it drops you in the game. You can see you're in a mysterious dungeon with some music. You can hear the flames, but you can't get out.
Alive for millions of years.
There's the very ominous voice provided by me, and then in Audacity tweaked. So now we can escape. So we have a look around. This bit's pretty seamless, no real bugs at the moment. So we can look in this barrel. I need to do some on-screen prompts. So nothing in the barrel, and then we'll try this one. So we have a flag that I randomly found on the asset store, which is not bad. If I had more time, I'd add some cloth physics, but I don't. That's not a door. I keep realising more and more it looks like a door. There's nothing there, I promise. So, we know the title of the game is All That Glistens Is Not Gold, so naturally, we're going to go for the blue one, but first I'm just going to go for the green one. Okay, so let's open it up. And I died. So adventurer wanted to explore the world in little pieces at a time. So you can see the lighting's not perfect there. I need to fix that. So yeah, so that's the first bit. See that now that you've got the gold, a small cutscene will play with buggy particles, and it will unlock the next stage of the area. And this is the bit I'm now working on, and that's pretty much all I've done so far. I've spent a lot of the time on lighting, because I've not really ever done lighting. And next it's going to be creating a dungeon that you can explore. So that's all I've done so far. You can see the world. They added some dev cheats so I can skip around the map using the number keys, but they won't be in the final game. So for example, if I press 2, it'll jump me into that area, and then 3 will jump me into that area. 4 also goes. So what I'm going to do is fix those particles, and then do a couple more performance tweaks, and then maybe plant some chests around here or build up a level. We just added an animation to the particles to make them fade out, and then we also blocked that wall off up above. So when we open that, these will now fade out. There we go. I might speed that up a little bit because I think 2 seconds is a bit long. But now when we look up here, we can no longer see the world. We can just see nothing, which is what I want it to be. I'll probably stick a black texture on that to make it right. So now that bit's done, I think the rest of it is we need to figure out an end goal, because at the moment there's not really anything you can do. I've got an end goal in mind that I basically want. My missus Sarah says it's something like, there's a little ending part there, a bit like what you have on a game called Fable 2, where you collect all the gargoyles, and then like this book's like that, gargoyles, and then eventually unlock a path. So it builds up stones and stuff. So I'm thinking each chest that you unlocks a piece of gold, and then it unlocks a new pavement, and then eventually you'll be able to get all the way through and get to the final big chest or something. I don't know. So that's what I'm going to work on next. So we are on the next day of game development, and I have tried to dramatically fix the lighting and make it a bit better. So we still have our portcullis there with the god voice. You come through, and then I've turned down the lighting here because I had a few pre-testers say the lighting was too much, so I've turned that down. And yeah, I've expanded the level out as much as I can. Let's just turn the lighting off so you can see it's a pretty big dungeon now. So if I just zoom here, you can get all the way around the little maze. It doesn't change, it is static the way it is. But if you come around to here, this is what I consider to be the final area. So you're walking down here, and then there'll be a path here that I'm eventually going to animate to come up depending on how much gold you collect. And then you'll be able to get to the final chest here, which will end the game. Okay, I have now animated the floors. So if you see all these gold floor tiles, I can animate them and they'll come out under and then just nicely come up to the top like that, creating a path. So that's going well. I've also needed a way to actually say how much gold we've got, so I did this little gold sprite animation. I'm also getting spammed with these errors which I can't fix. I've googled and googled and googled, but I don't know enough about lighting. I don't know if it's a bug with URP or not, or the Linux version, but it keeps saying I've got too many active lights. But if I turn the lights off and the scene's too dark, so I don't quite know what it wants me to do. It could be a reflection probe thing, I don't know. There's not a lot of tutorials, but if you Google these errors, it brings nothing back. So yeah, the next thing I'm going to work on is I was originally going to drop the chests around the map, but I don't like it, so I'm going to put loads of placeholders there and make the game randomly spawn the chests in different positions. Today I have gone and added some chests. So I've used a little gizmo script that I found that allows you to put custom icons on, and I've created a bunch of chests all the way scattered around the map. And then what they'll do is I've created a script also which will take all the different chests I've got. So I've created a bunch of death prefabs, gold prefabs and poison prefabs for large, medium, small. The epic is the final chest, so I've ignored that one, but it'll just randomly spawn them. I've stuck a minimum gold chest. So last time, or like a minute ago for you, I said that I wanted this path to be built from the gold amount you've got. So the minimum amount of gold is 22, so there's 22 paths, and there's I think there's more than 22 chests. There's 23 chests, so I really should add some more, but for now it's pretty much got most of the corners and even some places I don't really like there. I could expand the map, but I'm just trying to crack on with it at the moment because we have like three days left. So we're on the second day of the game jam. I didn't do much yesterday, but I did work quite late at my actual main job. So I've noticed that I've been getting a lot of frame drops and I can't figure out why. So I've been trying to do all the little improvements I've found online, and one of them they suggested is doing level of detail. So level of detail is the further away you are at an object, the less detail it has, and if it gets so far away then it just makes it invisible entirely. I've also applied the same to the torches. So what it'll do is the further you get away, it'll eventually disable it to the point where it won't render the particles or the audio anymore. It's not really solved the performance issues. So on my system it gets 60 FPS. When it's built it goes to like 70 or 80, but it drops to 45, and I've tried using the profiler and I can't figure it out, so I'm going to leave it for now and crack on with it, because although the game is playable, once you get that chest nothing happens. So that took me a good few hours to create, but I've now got it. So when you pick this chest up, it will enable this game object called Final Game Cutscene Done, which has a playable director on it using the Cinemachine, just like my tutorial. You can go, it zooms through the map playing music, which I'll not do, and then it goes created by, flies around the map in a nice smooth fashion. Only like a minute long, so it's tiny compared to what game companies give you. Thanks for playing, and then it just ends there. Still getting lots and lots of these errors, which could be the reason I'm getting frame losses. I'm not sure what I need to do next, but I've been playing the game and it's boring, and I'm not happy releasing a game that's boring, because all you do is get the chests, go to the final, and you're done. That's it. So I'm thinking of maybe adding a puzzle or something like that in. I think I'm going to do it to here, and maybe, I don't know, I've not really thought about it, but I've been looking at other dungeon crawlers like Skyrim, Oblivion, Diablo, stuff like that, and seeing what I could do, and I'm thinking I might go with like a type of puzzle here with like runes or spinning columns or something that unlocks this, and just copy the portcullis from the first bit and stick it in there. And yeah, so I'm going to go and try that now. Okay, so looking around, and I did my room puzzle like I said I was going to. It didn't actually take that long to do, really. So I found these runes on the asset store because I'm allowed to use free assets, and the point of what you'll be able to do is change these runes colour when you go up to them. I've also added the E to interact now because I couldn't actually see when I was near it, and it changed it between orange and purple. So in this case, orange will be on and purple will be off. And the key, what it will be, is the torches in the room. So as you can see, the first torch in this room, if you cut it off there, are on, off, off, on. And there's no more torches. So it'll be on, which is the first torch. This will be off. This will be off. And then I've added the sound effect, which now does that and all. And that's it. So that's the little puzzle there. It's better. It's falling more in line of being less boring, but there's no danger now. It's more, you can, unless you're silly and pick the wrong chests, like any of these. No, these aren't. But if you pick one of them which is glowing, I've added that bit as well.
Get past my puzzle and freedom might be yours.
So I spawn there using my dev cheats, but if you walk here, there's a collider here that spawns the text. And yeah, I'm interested to see if people will be able to figure that out. I think, yes, I've changed the chests as well. So there aren't death chests anymore, because that was a bit too difficult. So instead, these are just poison chests now, but they do more damage. But yeah, so that's that, but it's still no danger. So I don't know whether to either remove some floors or see if I can add some traps or something, but I've only got a day left, so I really need to start focusing. I've built the game. I've got 4 or 5 versions. I've sent it to a bunch of people to test it, or 2 people, and they've come back with some bugs which I fixed, come back with some issues. It's fine. So yes, I think I'm going to see if I can add some chests in, and then I don't want to leave the submission too late, but I have actually got to go to work in an hour. So I think I'm going to try to see if I can maybe find an asset pack for traps or something, or remove some floors so you can fall and die or something. So yeah, I'll try that and get back to you. Okay, so we have 4 hours remaining, and I found this I did find this excellent asset pack that's allowed me to add a bunch of traps and stuff. So I've added this little sphere traps parent with a collider. So I've just brightened it up again with a temporary real-time light. And you can see that they're here, and you can walk through it perfectly fine. And then they've loaded up and fired straight away. So I actually got hit by that one, so you saw my life just massively get taken back down. There we go, and fire straight away. It's feeling better now. There's definitely some danger, so as you can see, I've had to expand the wall, and I think there's like 3 of them placed around the area, which is better. I'd add more because this pack is amazing. Do it this way then, apparently. So you can see you've got stars, needles, all this stuff here, spinning blades, hammers. All this is perfect for that style of game. So yes, so that's it. I'm gonna go over some last bug tweaks, but I've got 2.5 hours remaining. So bug tweaks, lighting fixes. One thing I did add as well after the traps was I added a final scene, like a readme scene if you wish. That's it. I'm gonna go over some minor bug fixes, and I will get back to you once it's been uploaded. And that is it. The game is live on itch.io like they wanted. I didn't know what to do, so I just added the title and added this background and the developer, so the background tells you what you're in. So I've done all the status and stuff, so I'll drop the link in the chat for you to do that. But what I've also done after this, because the game jam has finished, it's gone into rating mode. So, final words of wisdom. The game jam, in my opinion, was a success. People seem to enjoy it. So, things I'd change in the next time is I wouldn't concentrate so much on lighting. The lighting was it took a lot of my time. I had 14 days, and by 6-7 days, I was spent only on the lighting. It was too much. I could have added so much more into the game. I don't know why I went with baked lighting. I probably shouldn't have, but I wanted something that looked very atmospheric and very cool and good. But I guess I didn't get that. So, apart from that, I think it's been a good success. I've worked on it primarily alone. I've had testers from other people and story ideas, that's fine. But yeah, so overall, I think it's been good, and I'm looking forward to working on it next. So links in the description, and if there's anything you changed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.